Mel Kiper released his 2022 NFL Draft Big Board just a few days ago, and we're going to check that out. But this video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. If you like to make money playing fantasy football, well then go get the Underdog app and use promo code Broshmo. Gets you $25 upon your first deposit. Isn't that nice? Throw in $1, you get 26 back. They got big money leagues, but let's talk some draft. Draft. I love talking about the draft. I love looking at these big boards. So we're going to keep on. I guess I should do the intro. What's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up. If you enjoy the content, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I am recording this actually during the halftime of the first slate of Saturday games. So I'm going to have a little bit to say about some of these prospects that have already played. But let's go ahead, get into the nitty-gritty. There's a lot of projection involved, particularly for my top 25. Many of these prospects have started only a handful of games. Okay, projection, got it. Height, weight are based on what we get from schools. That's true. All right, so he's got Kvon Thibodeaux here at number 1. Can't argue too much. For me, positional value kind of plays a big key. Spencer Rattler, who had a strange first half against Tulane. Currently, his second pass of the season was an interception, but he's looked very good since then. He's cleaned it up. But I mean, it's quarterback. Quarterback's the most valuable position on the field. It's the most valuable position on a roster for a franchise. But I won't argue, man. Thibodeau's pretty darn good. The dude's an Iron Man there at Oregon. He does about everything you would want from a pass rusher. Then he's got his quarterback, Spencer Rattler. And I kind of talked about how he's fared thus far against Tulane. But the dude's got incredible arm talent. The guy can make any and every throw. He's very good outside of structure. There are times where which I've seen this a bit in the Tulane game, where he is starting to take his checkdowns, but I wish he did that a bit more often in his first year as a starter. It is what it is. He's doing it currently in the first half. He can throw the ball a bit in harm's way, as we saw in the second pass against Tulane, but the guy still, I think, especially after how Sam Howe performed against North Carolina, it's pretty safe to say Rattler should be everyone's top quarterback. Derek Stingley at number 3. I got him number 2 overall on my board. Big fan. The dude's super athletic. He's gonna blow up the combine. He had a banger freshman season. His sophomore season kind of derailed by injury and just inconsistency around him, but it was still a pretty solid season. He is it's ball hawk, man. The guy makes plays on the football. You like to see it. Don't disagree too much with that. Evan Neal, the dude has he's gonna have it's gonna be interesting how he plays against Miami. I think Zion Nelson, he has a much daunting task having to take on a guy like Will Anderson. While Evan Neal, he doesn't really have to worry about for anyone from Miami in terms of edge, because a lot of them are gone. But still, nonetheless, man, I'm excited to see him play. A guy with his frame, his imposing size to move the way he does. If you haven't seen, he's got those lunging box squat or box jumps. Insane. You love the explosiveness. Kyle Hamilton, we saw here at number 5. Totally cool with that one. Best safety in this class. You are going to hear a lot of Derwin James like comps for him from a lot of people, but yeah, he's in there in the top 10. I'm not going to argue that. Number 6 is DeMarvin Leal. I love Leal, man. The dude's one of my favorite prospects in this class. I actually got him ranked ahead of Thibodeaux. No, it's for the most part, it's like 1A, 1B. Kent State, he should wreck house there. The guy, for someone that was 290, doesn't look 290, but he's listed at 290. He just moves special. He's explosive, uses his hands very well, strong. You like to see it. You like to see it. Number 7, Sam Howe. The man had a rough outing against Virginia Tech. Good, they listed here. 3 interceptions. I know a lot of people are gonna want to write Howell off. Hey, let's get more of a sample size, guys. He put up 2 very stellar seasons before going into this Virginia Tech game. Keep that in mind. First game of the season, he's working behind not a great offensive line. He's lost a lot of playmakers on offense. Let's hold out for at least a couple of games before we start saying, I knew it, I called it. I don't get these people after one game, after just like 3 preseason games, they make these judgment calls. Like they make, oh, no, Hall of Famer. Oh, man, he's washed. He's a bust. Like, that, I feel like that's just ignorant. That's just ignorant. I love looking at those comments, too. Just makes me shake my head. But somehow Big Arm showed that, and I thought he played actually pretty well outside of structure because he was constantly forced outside of structure. Things fell apart quick in that Virginia Tech game. Number 8, Jackson Kirkland. Wow, he's higher on him than I am, and I'm a big Kirkland fan. I think the next tackle after Neal will probably be Kirkland. He likely would have came out last year, but shortened Pac-12 season kind of screwed him. He's got great tape at right guard. He looked the part at left, but yeah, solid prospect. Guy moves well. And then we got Kenyan Green here out of Texas A&M. I'm a big fan of his. Another guy that I'm actually pretty lower on compared to Mel. I think I got him at 21. But yeah, he's going to be playing left tackle this year for the Aggies. He played left guard prior. We know he could be a banger guard. If he could show he can keep it up in the SEC at tackle, then hold the phone. Watch out for this cat. Who is number 10? Garrett Wilson. He's my top wide receiver as well. A few uncharacteristic drops yesterday in that yesterday was Thursday in the Minnesota game. He went for a touchdown, 5 catches, 80 yards, but still 2 drops, man. I was like, hands were one of his better things, so let's wait to see if this actually is a problem or just ends up being just a blip that tells us much of nothing. And then number 11, George Karloftis. The guy should reign. Like, he should have a hell of a day against Oregon State. Last season was kind of rough, cut short because of injury. We also had the Rona. So, yeah, just played 3 games last season. Still, he didn't look like his freshman season. It didn't look like his freshman season. Not to say that he can't return, make it look like that. Keep in mind they had a shortened off season last year. So I expect him to come out swinging. But just the combination of lack of bend, lack of flexibility, lack of length, I don't think makes him a first rounder. And here at 11 is a little high for my liking. Number 12, Treylon Burks. Size, speed, physicality. I'd love it if he had a bit deeper of a route tree. He's not the most dynamic route runner just yet, but the guy's got the X wide receiver size. He's a proven vertical threat, solid hands. I love Burks. He's actually my number 2 as well. Though Chris Olave is, man. Like, honestly, I feel like the top 3 are pretty interchangeable at this point. Aiden Hutchinson. I've been saying this forever, man. The guy, great prospect, just he doesn't have a first-round skill set. Not something that is valued highly in the NFL draft. Like, his game translates. He controls the line of scrimmage. He's good at setting the edge. Very good power, good length. Just solid all around. It's just something not drafting in the first round. You don't got, like, that huge pass rush and upside, that bend, that explosiveness, then you typically don't go in the first round. Just spilled coffee on myself, man. Get it together. Chris Olave had a heck of a game, man. He was showing off the burners, 2 touchdowns, 4 catches for 117 yards. Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that he could end up being the first wide receiver taken. In my mock draft, he was the first wide receiver taken. So, yeah, it really depends what you like. Do you want a little bit more size? Do you want a little, you want more of a polished route runner with supposedly good hands? Or you want a guy that just separates efficiently? Number 15, Malik Willis. I have him about in this range. I completely agree. The guy is going to get the Trey Lance comparisons, just coming from a smaller school, best running quarterback in his class, big arm, needs work on accuracy, ball placement. He's going to get those. Very likely he ends, like, if he kind of rinses and repeats from last season, or just improves upon it, then yeah, this guy definitely end up top 10. Adam Anderson, I love Adam Anderson. I was a big fan of Azeez Ojulari. I can't wait to watch this game. Hopefully a lot of y'all joined me for the stream to watch it with me, but I can't wait to watch this game. I think he's gonna just fly off the edge. Just fly. The guy is stupid explosive. Yo, we got our first touchdown in the Penn State-Wisconsin game. Penn State. Was that Dotson? I couldn't tell. And then Michigan's whomping Western Michigan. Who would have thought? Kaiir Elam out of Florida. This is actually our second corner taken. He's a bit low on the corners in this class. He's got good length. He's a solid press man corner. He's kind of ideal in that regard. I just don't see. I don't know, man. I feel like I guess I'm higher on the corners than Mel is. Okay. I was looking. I thought this said late first round right here. It says last first round corner. And I was like, wait a minute, CJ Henderson was taken to like top 10. Chris Harris, man. I can't wait to see how he improves. Really, it's just from like dropping back in zone. That's kind of like where I want to see him improve. I want to see him trust more, have more trust in what he sees. Because like once he like, when he decides to do something, man, he's explosive. He's quick to it. I love him in man coverage in his zone, man. Kind of like believe in what you're seeing. He's got that skill set. He's got that upside. 19, Andrew Booth. The dude's probably the fastest outside of Stanley. Probably one of the fastest corners in this class. Does a great job of mirroring. Yeah, dude, this Clemson Georgia game is gonna be so fun to watch. Drake London. I love this dude's after the catch ability. Big fan. Not a speedster. People say, like, people at USC say he runs a 4.4. I'd be shocked. I don't see that on film. Roger McCreary. This is a bit of a surprise. Let's actually see what Mel has to say about him. McCreary's tape is another I really like after watching more of Auburn this summer. I think he's under the radar right now. He's very instinctive and has nice size. Now, McCreary gave up a couple of big plays last season. All of them came being beat at the line while playing press. He has a bad knack of kind of releasing too early, letting the receiver go too early. And just getting off balance. A lot of times that's what happens. But he's very experienced, something you could iron out of his game. Yeah, okay. He kind of basically says what I said. Yeah, McCreary's good, man. McCreary's good. I think I got a second round grade on him currently. Drake Jackson, dude, just needs to freaking step up. Show some consistency. Like, he needs to have a hell of a day against San Jose State. If he comes out and just has like an alright day, it's like, nah, dude, you have that high-end skill set to be a top 10 pick. How about you come out here and freaking show it, man? Show us a motor. 23, Zac Harrison had a banger night, dude. talks about the critical strip sack, but dude was creating all kinds of pressure, man. He was just winning and winning with ease. Golly, man. You see the raw potential from him. It oozes. I love Trey McDuffie. Some people just don't think he's got good closing speed. I think he's got good short area burst. I think he does a good job of marrying receivers when he has to. I think he's probably going to be one of the best zone corners in this class. So big fan of McDuffie. 25, Justin Ross. I guess I should talk a little bit about Justin Ross. The guy, he hovers around that 10% win rate or drop rate. He can't separate. He has a ton of contested catches, and a lot of reason is because he can't separate, and he's a try to catch on you type of receiver. It's not my cup of tea. He doesn't have a great route tree. He's mainly a vertical guy. Again, the potential drop issues since he's such a contested catch artist. So, like, if that's gonna be your shtick, I need to see it. I need to see you lower than 10% on your drop rate. And I mean, if anything, dude's coming back from spinal fusion surgery. Like, it sounds serious. I haven't looked too much into it, admittedly, but cost him all last year. So there's a lot of questions. This is a bit too high for my liking. Then he goes into his rankings. I'll let y'all check these out on your own if you want to. But let's at least let's do a sneak peek of the quarterbacks. I'm curious. All right, this is interesting. I think he has Jaden Daniels way too high. Like, what is Daniels currently listed at in terms of size? Jaden Daniels. Like, what does the Sun Devils list him at this year? 185, man. Ugh. The dude's skinny. He looks skinny. He ran over, who did they play this past week? Southern Utah, as they should. It's FCS school. He didn't really have to make a lot of tough throws. So we'll find out more, but he's definitely one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the class. So I think he ends up staying at Arizona State. Matt Corral, again, decision making. He's not that high on Slovis or Strawn or Ritter, really. Well, unless he thinks like 8 quarterbacks going first. Dylan Gabriel, I'm sorry, guys. Dude's undersized, doesn't have great arm talent. He's a great college quarterback. Phil Jerkovic, man. Dude had balled out. I think they were facing like Campbell or something. So, of course, he's going to ball out, but still looking good at it. I think he's a guy that could rise up a ton. JT Daniels as well. He has his first big test at Clemson. But I really like this guy. He wants the big play, man. He's constantly looking downfield. Big fan of that. But that's it for the video. Go ahead and do that YouTube thing. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.